Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite drugstore foundations. I have quite a few here to share with you guys that I love. I feel like my drugstore foundation collection has really stepped it up and I have a lot of good stuff to share with you. So if you have oily skin, sensitive skin, you want foundations that are going to cover up your problem areas, I got you, because I'm always on the hunt for the next best thing at the drugstore, especially when it comes to foundations and also concealers. I don't remember the last time I did a drugstore favorites video, but I figured I would start out with favorite foundations. I've had a lot of people ask me lately what my favorite drugstore foundation is, so I just wanted to come on here and share it with you guys. So if you're interested, definitely keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you're not already, and give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is one that most of you know that I absolutely adore. I just think this is such a great foundation and it looks so good on the skin, and this is kind of an oldie but a goodie. It's the Sonia Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. You can get this at Target. I believe this ranges from $14, $15, which is a little bit more pricey for the drugstore, but this is a really great foundation. It's very lightweight, but it covers beautifully. This really does give you a nice, beautiful satin matte finish, and it doesn't enhance your pores or anything like that, and it lasts for such a long time. The only downfall, and of course with some of these products as well, is the shade range is not that great. They don't have a ton of different shades, but if you can find your shade in this, I would highly recommend it. I will say one thing about all these foundations. A lot of these foundations do the same thing for me, as in they blur my pores, or they last a while, they look good on the skin, but I just wanted to share with you my favorites and the ones that I have found in the drugstore that I think are amazing, and then you could kind of go off of what I love and see if you want to try it out or not. This one is one that will always stay in my drawer. I love this and I highly recommend it. So the next one is one that when I first tried it, I was so surprised because I was sure I was not gonna like this foundation, but I love it. This is flawless. It's the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, and I have a couple shades in this. This one's in the shade Light Beige Medium Zero, and I personally love to use this with a brush. I feel like this honestly makes you look insanely smooth. It does not enhance texture. It does not enhance your pores. It is just the most flawless canvas ever. I'm not even kidding. I did not think I was going to like this. I actually purchased the liquid one, and I'll be getting that in the mail very soon because I'm going to do a full face of Maybelline. I feel like this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, but it is such a really great foundation and it lasts for such a long time, and you don't need that much product. So I recommend a flat brush, kind of something like this. You can use whatever you prefer, and you can just buff it into the skin and it looks beautiful. So again, this is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. This is awesome and it really does keep you matte, but it's not a dry matte formula. It feels so comfortable on the skin, and it is very, very lightweight. Next one I want to talk about is the Flower Beauty BB Cream, and I know you're probably thinking this is a foundations video, why is the BB cream in here? But that's because this has the coverage of a full coverage foundation, and it's insane. The first time I ever used this was on a Facebook Live, and I was like, oh my god. It feels really good on the skin. It's a little bit more hydrating, but if you set it with a powder, it will last all day long. Again, the shade range with this really does kind of suck, but I wanted to mention this to you guys because it is a great product. It's very travel friendly. It's in a little squeezy tube, and you need the littlest amount for a ton of coverage. So I personally love this. I think if you have normal to combo skin, you would love it, as well as oily, because I'm an oily girl and I love this product, and it's so easy to wear. So again, this is the Flower Beauty BB Cream. Next up is one of my favorite foundations. You can get this at Ulta. You can now get it at Target, I believe. It is the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot All Day Liquid to Powder Foundation. This looks so good. All of these look great on the skin. I wouldn't recommend anything to you that would look terrible on the skin. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these products looked amazing on texture, pores, and what I love the most about this is actually a brand new bottle. It has 12-hour long wear technology. I 100% agree with that. It lasts for such a long time. If you're going out, I would highly recommend this one. And it says it has super blur powers, which I agree with. Again, does not accentuate your pores. And this one is just so smooth, and it does go to to a matte finish. So if you don't like a matte finish, you will definitely not like this, but this is one of the best for oily skin. Your oils don't like seep through and lay on top of the foundation. I absolutely hate it when that happens. That happens to me all the freaking time. This one really does keep the oil under control and doesn't make you look shiny for the longest time. I wouldn't say it keeps you shine free for 12 hours, but I would say a good 6 to 8, at least for me. So these two aren't really mattifying, but they work really well for oily skin. The first one is this Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. I keep saying this about every product, but like, this is a favorites video, right? This is such a good foundation. Now you do need to set this if you have oily skin because it will make you a little bit shiny, but it really does look like a second layer of skin. And when you set this, it does go down to a matte finish because you did put powder on top. I do find that I do have to blot with this one, but the way it makes my skin look, it just looks refreshed, it's healthy, it's like a natural glow. It's not luminous and it's not matte. It's that perfect in between. It's not even like a satin matte. It just looks so gorgeous on the skin. And I feel like this is a great everyday foundation, but then you could also take it to the nighttime and have something full coverage. This is a medium to full coverage product. I don't know if I mentioned it with this one, but this one is full coverage, medium to full. I really love this one. I just like the way it sits on my skin and I highly recommend it. And it has a pump and it's from the drugstore. Okay, and this next one is a new found favorite that you guys knew I was going to include in this video. It's the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I don't know about you other oily girls out there, but when I heard about this foundation, I for sure thought, no. It's luminous. Everybody says they look super dewy all day, and I was like, I'm not about that. I don't want that on my face, you know, because I know some people like to have a luminous glow even if they are oily, or if you're oily, you like super matte. I'll kind of go in between. I just have to find the right product that's not going to make me a grease ball by the end of the day, because, you know, there are some matte foundations that will make you very greasy, and then there are, of course, luminous ones that make you look super greasy as well. So it's just about finding that perfect product that's going to lay on top and not make you look crazy. This is awesome because this is like my luminous foundation, and I go like this because if you're dry, I feel like this wouldn't be super luminous on you unless you just didn't set it with a powder. But I do set this with a powder. It gives you a healthy glow. Again, it's that medium to full coverage. I love to apply this with a brush and a sponge. I love both tools, but I personally love the brush a little bit more right now just because I like using a flat top brush to really buff it out. I just think it's easy, it's quick, and it really sets it into the skin nicely. I know some people have said that this oxidizes on their skin. I will say, I don't think it's not this one. The one above this, I think I have 745. I use that when I'm very self-tanned. By the way, don't mind this, I just scratched myself. But I use that when I'm very self-tanned, and it does oxidize a little bit, not too much. I do notice it gets a little bit darker, so it's best for me to mix a lighter shade with it. But it is a really great shade. It doesn't oxidize like super orange, it just gets a little bit darker on my skin. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments if you've tried it. Did it go orange? How did it look on you? So this was $10. I got it at the PX. I don't know if it's the same price everywhere. It probably is, it probably isn't. I'm not sure. I love this, and it feels, again, comfortable on the skin, not heavy whatsoever. I wore this on HSN. Camera friendly, looked stunning, didn't accentuate pores, texture, you know the drill, didn't do any of that. So absolutely love this product as well. These are like my top foundations right now. I don't know how I went through this whole video and forgot the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I don't know, but that is one of my all-time favorites as well. It's super affordable. I'll leave it down below in the description box. You need it in your life. It is literally one of the best as well. And it's so hard, I feel like, sometimes to find really good foundations. I mean, I've tried some really bad high-end foundations. Like one that I was trying recently was a Girl On foundation that I'll mention in my hits and misses. It wasn't absolutely terrible because it looked beautiful on the skin when I first applied it, but after about 4 to 5 hours, it was just breaking up so bad on my skin, and it just looked awful. But then I go back to these foundations that are like less than half the price, and I know these are going to work for me, and I know they're going to last all day long, and they're not going to make my skin look terrible. You know, if I'm having a really bad skin day, I can still use these products. Let me know your drugstore favorites down below. What's your skin type? Even if you don't have oily skin, let us know in the comments what your favorite drugstore foundation is, because I know a lot of people are interested to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!